Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has finally broken his silence on the ongoing border dispute at Kalapani. In a strongly worded rhetoric, the Premier has vowed to regain every inch of Nepalese territory, wrongly claimed by India. Good morning, I'm Amit Packerel and these are the top stories this hour. Department of Money Laundering investigation raids 3 private medical colleges imposing arbitrary fees contrary to the government's directive, warns of legal action against the guilty operators. Ministry of Education comes up with new criteria against high-handedness of private colleges having foreign affiliation regarding students' number and fees. Army in Burkina Faso says it killed 32 armed men described as terrorists during 2 operations in the north of the country. And Stefanos Tsitsipas registers an exciting win over Dominic Thiem in the ATP finals to claim his maiden ATP title. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has requested the Indian government to remove its security forces from Nepal's territory in the Kalapani region. We have a report.
The Prime Minister's remark has come at a time when there have been widespread protests against the Indian deployment of its security forces by encroaching Nepal's territory. Speaking at a mass assembly organized by the National Youth Association Nepal in the capital this afternoon, Prime Minister Oli reiterated of not letting anyone to infringe on even a single inch of the national border. Citing that the government has got a strong solidarity from the citizens to do away with the border encroachment, Prime Minister Oli requested the Indian government to return its troops deployed in Nepal's territory.
यस सरकारले आफ्नो भूमि 1 इन्च पनि मिचेर दिदैन आफ्नो भूमि कसैलाई हामी नेपालीहरूलाई अरूको जमिन अतिक्रमण गर्नु छैन हामी अरूको कुरामा बोल्दैन हामीलाई अरूको जमिन चाहिए तर हाम्रो जमिनबाट हाम्रा छिमेकीहरूले सेना फिर्ता लैजानुस् हाम्रो जमिनमा सेना फिर्ता
Protests have been held almost on a daily basis since India released a new political map illustrating Nepal's Kalapani area as its own territory. Citing that, although a number of Nepalese lands, including Kalapani, had been encroached for decades now, Prime Minister Oli insisted that the government is able to protect the national border in any pretext. He said that returning the encroached territory should be in priority at the moment rather than correcting the political map released by India. He added that the government has initiated process to sort out the border dispute through diplomatic means. Prime Minister Oli participated at a public function after undergoing dialysis for 3 times in the past 2 weeks.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli is holding a key meeting with the co-chairman of the ruling party, Pushpakamal Dahal, later today to reshuffle the cabinet. At a secretariat meeting of the ruling Nepal Communist Party held at the Prime Minister's residence yesterday, discussion was held to replace some of the ministers exhibiting weak performance with new ones. Prime Minister Oli's meeting with the party co-chairman Dahal has been dubbed as highly significant, as the Prime Minister himself is suffering from health-related issues, and sources have claimed that a decision on leadership change might also be taken in the meeting today. The Department of Money Laundering investigation raided 3 private medical colleges yesterday that have been imposing arbitrary fees from students, contrary to the government's criteria. The department raided the Chitwan Medical College, National Medical College in Birganj and Biratnagar's Nobel Medical College and confiscated their important financial documents. The students have been staging the capital-centric protest against the refusal of the operators of the private medical colleges to return the extra fees collected from them. The Department of Money Laundering investigation conducted the raid based on the complaints filed by students. The department is also preparing to investigate the properties of the college operators who have been refusing to abide by the government's directive to adhere to the reasonable fee structure. According to an investigation conducted by the Parliamentary Committee, the private medical colleges have been found imposing up to 8 million rupees each from the MBBS students, which is almost double the amount determined by the government. However, the government has neither been able to return the arbitrary fees to the students nor punish the guilty operators. The Ministry of Education has come up with a new criteria due to increasing high-handedness of private medical colleges having affiliation with foreign universities with regard to students' number and fees. The ministry has also warned of action against the private colleges failing to abide by the criteria. The colleges with foreign affiliations have the maximum 44 students in a classroom as per the new criteria. Currently, many private colleges have been found to be amassing as many as 90 students in a single classroom. They have also been charging exorbitant fees from students under different unreasonable headings. Besides the maximum number of students and fees, the ministry has also made it mandatory for private colleges to abide by the criteria of adequate infrastructure, academic curriculum, and quality of examinations. There are altogether 96,000 private colleges operating in the country under affiliation with foreign universities. According to the Tribhuvan University, giving admissions to too many students beyond the college's capacity and charging them exorbitant fees is detrimental to the entire education environment, especially in the programs such as BBA, IT, hotel management, and A-level, among others. Likewise, the colleges have also been found not renewing their operation licenses and paying their deposits on time. Experts are of the view that mere introduction of new criteria would be fruitless unless there are some concrete measures to ensure their implementation. There aren't any tax offices at majority of places across the country. This has compelled people to spend a hefty sum of money on traveling to visit the tax offices at distant places to pay their taxes. In this context, we had asked the residents of Kailali district what needs to be done to make it easier for people to pay their taxes. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
Online system गर्नुपर्छ एकाधिकार एउटा मात्र बैंकको यहाँ काउन्टर हुनु हुँदैन सबै बैंकलाई राजस्व लिने नीति अवलम्बन गर्नुपर्छ
मोबाइलबाट पनि अब पैसा तिर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने खालको भएको छ तर त्यसको छाप आउँदैन हेर्नुस्
कर चाहिँ रहरले तिर्ने किसिमको अवस्था राज्यले सिर्जना गर्नुपर्छ
It's time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, why has the government shown indifference towards Urigandaki hydropower project, which is one of the national pride projects? And options are A, unclear policy, B, lack of investment, and C, fear of dispute. The phoning is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B, or C, and set it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. It's time now for our special segment, Off the Beat.
The residents of Dhankuta and Terathum district are increasingly being attracted to their goats belonging to the Boer family. The Boer goat is a breed that was developed in South Africa in the early 1900s to fulfill the growing demand for meat. Farmers have shifted to rear Boer goats after a study by the Agriculture Research Center found that the environment of the two districts was favorable for the goats. With higher immunity and faster weight gain, the demands for meat of Boer goats are also high in the district. Every year, the Agriculture Research Center of Dhankuta distributes 50 to 55 Boer kits to farmers. The Maruni Naach, or a dance of a kind of the Magar community, represents an old and historic dance from Bhutan district. Traditionally, men from the Magar community would drape themselves in female clothes and perform the dance. The Maruni Naach of Airavati in Bhutan is the most popular and crowds gather to see the dance. However, in recent times, the attraction towards Maruni Naach is witnessing a decline as the previous generation has been unable to transfer the culture to newer generation. Moreover, as men become hesitant to dress up as women and dance to their cultural tune, it is women who now perform the traditional Maruni Naach. This is Pratik Rimal for Kantipur News Desk.
And that's all for this hour. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment. Have a good day.